one big issue is like, I know people who can like, well, in 5 years I want to do this, and in 10 years I want to do that. I'm like, I want to do this in the next half hour. Like I don't have that forecast. I can't project that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly how I am. One of my favorite sayings is, "Why do tomorrow what you can do today?" There should never be a reason to wait till tomorrow. Almost never. Ultimately, you decide if you're going to live or not. Am I just going to get through life, or am I going to live? Because it's a fucking choice. I mean, you literally decide that. And some people decide it when they're 70, and it's too late.
Definition of a champion, no.
I was supposed to do my work last night, but I didn't bring my computer home. And so now I have about 65 transactions to make. I slept like a rock, but I'm tired. What's up, Benny?
Hey, Shawn. I got the bill from other services for the server. I was going to forward it to Mandy, but I just wanted to briefly talk to you.
Yeah, then just send that to Mandy. And you can probably just email her a picture and she can just pay it.
A picture and not the actual invoice?
No, because she'll just probably call them up and pay over phone with a credit card to keep it fast. I thought you had a paper invoice when you said invoice. You're talking about an email.
No, not an old school invoice.
Yeah, I was wondering why you wanted to mail us something. I'm like paper, like mail? So this is the company-wide stuff. This is that strategy of how we're going to accomplish these targets. So now what I did is I allowed you some space to do the same thing. You should be creating your top 3 metrics and your top 3 initiatives, because that's your how, and then what is your metrics. Somehow we should be sharing that we've destroyed our reach numbers and we're just fucking crushing it, and the how is that 30-second clip. Because then what we do is we make a log of what kicks ass, and when we ever get in trouble, get bored, or just want to fucking ruin every metric we've ever had, we go to the log and we reproduce it again, so that you don't forget what worked. But we need somebody to lead, so the owner is what's missing, and the owner is going to be the volunteers that want to learn the new management system. What is the metric? What is the time frame? Metrics should be 1 to 3 words, so you don't confuse everybody with sentences. And then you should have your March target, your May target, so out 60, 90 days, where do you want to be? And then what's your actual? Actuals are always in green if they're hitting the target or better, and they're always in red if they're missing the target. You should have the date you were last updated so everybody knows when it was good. And then you should have 1 to 3. For you guys, I would only have 2 initiatives that you're using to move the mass of the metrics. And those that want to be a part of it will learn all of this. This will become just so easy. This is why we're so successful. That's the only reason right there. But that's all stuff I can teach you in my sleep, because I've been learning it for 14 years. What's going to happen is Mondays and Fridays, Tim and myself and Ben and Mandy are going to sit in a session, probably in here, because it'd be way easier, just sit around the ping pong table. And Ben will be virtual from 9 to 11. And I'm going to teach them this management system. And when you get taught it, on Monday you learn it, Monday through Thursday you do it, on Friday you reflect on what you did well and what you need to improve on. And then the next week you learn another tool, and then you use that one plus the one you learned last week. So by the end of 10 weeks, you're operating with all 10 tools fully in place, and you're a leader. I mean, you're fucking slamming it. And there's half the tools I'm not using, so you'll see me starting to use more and more of those also. That banker that came and got the tour last week, he said it's so amazing. He's a business banker. He sees businesses a dozen a day. It's so amazing how few people figure that out. He said like none of them. But the ones that do always win. They always win. Sorry, Fuller, take your meeting back. I'm gonna let Mandy know that we need the metal dumpster emptied since you filled it up with Ranger doors.
I put one door in it.
These are good, right?
Yeah, brand new.
See them yet, Fuller? They're quite lovely. Look how tall that some bitch is. Good morning, Junior.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mario. Did you see we got a winner, Junior? Got some offsets. This is Shawn. Hey, Jesse, what's happening, man? Just living the dream. Did you win some wheels last night?
I think so.
That's awesome. We
I waited till last minute. I went around to everybody and put in, had a bunch of people get a bunch of money together and pool, and we were waiting towards the end to submit our order. So.
Yep, that's what I told people. I said the smart ones who were in Boy Scouts know to take the orders on paper and then submit the order in the last 5 minutes, because then nobody's paying attention, and boom, you go from second to first.
All right, man, let's roll.
All right, cool. So,
Do you have people commenting to give you a raise on every video you make?
I was like, this is not the same guy, is it?
No, different guy. See how he's pretending he didn't know? Yeah. You're not getting another raise, Mario. You just got one last week. Team meeting. Mr. Zach, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
You guys gonna join us for a team meeting? It's gonna be awesome. Is everybody here? Powell? Yes. How many are we? 9, 12, 15, 8, 19. We don't have 19. You're extra. That's 18 still. Somebody's in here that doesn't work here. Okay, let's do stuff. So we ended February with $1 million in sales. You guys don't even want to clap? February was a record. That's up 30% over our best month ever. Good job, Brad. Spike lug nuts, Ben made an improvement, and then we did some promotions. So we took that from in a month to last month. Yeah, 320% growth in 1 month. So that's going to be the show pages. So that's where Ben will kind of start transitioning a lot of his time, and Emily's leading that. She has 2 days off a week, and if we give her enough work, she'll work those 2 days full here. So put her ass to work. Unless if laundry and stuff starts slipping, then we're gonna have to get you back down to 1. So the thing I wanted to show you today, and I didn't bring it, but I'm gonna grab it. So what happened is, in my last job, I had a really cool boss that said there must be a way to just create a leadership system. You can create a system where you can train people to do this stuff. Because the reason Custom Offsets kicks ass is right here. This is the whole thing. But it's also because we never miss our 10 o'clock meeting, we never miss our 9:30 daily huddle, and we move Post-its of work that needs to get done. We assign it to people with accountability, and then we move it to done. And it's not okay to not get it done, or we'll fire your ass. That's all the accountability and structure. So what we did, is we built a system that over the course of 15 weeks, so you learn how to have a daily huddle. You learn how to have a weekly performance meeting. We're having a weekly performance meeting right now. So you learn that in week 3, sorry. So you learn how to have a daily huddle like Bro Media. You learn how to have standard work for yourself so you know what you're doing throughout the day. So my standard work should say on Thursdays, I should be reviewing Dream Job by noon. So I'm gonna start creating my standard work, because then I'll be pulling for Dream Job by noon. I'll be pulling for the builder by noon on Fridays. So I won't be hitting you up on Sunday at noon all pissed off. Well, it's still my fault too, because I should have pulled for it. So it's both of us that didn't follow our standard work. So that's what you learn in week 2, and then week 3 you build a leadership team. So now I'm gonna build a leadership team to run these things. And then in week 4, you start having this performance huddle with that leadership team. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna take Mandy, because she already knows a lot of this lean stuff. So she will kind of be my checks and balances person. And then Tim is gonna be one of the students, and Ben will be one of the students in the first cohort. So over the next few weeks, every Monday for 2 hours, 9 to 11, I'm gonna teach them the skill, and then they're gonna use it all week with my help. And then on Friday, we'll reflect on the skill. And then the next Monday, we'll learn the new skill while using the skill they learned last week. So you'll see it keeps building, because by the time you're done, you'll have one of these binders with all of the standard work on how to use those tools, and you'll be using all those tools. And then in 6 months, you can put yours in your closet like mine is, because you just know it and you don't need it anymore. Some people just can't lead. This system isn't gonna make sense. So some of you may volunteer and you're gonna try it, and by week 4, you're gonna not be doing the week 1 stuff, and you won't be able to get it. That's okay. You need to step down and go back to being awesome at what you're awesome at. Not everybody can stand in front of a room and just take control and get the shit done. Not everybody can look at somebody and say, you're red on this metric, what are you doing? And what they tell you is, I'm gonna do some stuff. You can't accept that. I wanna know exactly what you're doing, by when, and who's gonna have it done. And next week, if you don't do it, I'm gonna hold you accountable. It's gonna be a big fucking problem. And not a lot of people could do that. So you can do whatever you want in this company, that's always been the rule, but the timing has to be right. You have to do it when it's your time. I think that's all I have. I think we need to get out there and film a truck.
Hey, Shawn, how are you?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hey, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. I've seen your company and stuff and all that, and I watch your videos and stuff, and I'm like, man, this guy's going to do great. And then I seen that other video you did, and I'm like, shit, I'm like 3 years too late. This guy killed it already.
We're just getting started, man.
So what's your timeline on how long you've been doing it? When did you start?
Just 3 years ago, about 3.5 years ago.
That's it?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we run pretty hard. I had another business that I tried before this that I ran for 2.5 years and had to shut it off because it just didn't work. So, you know, not everything works.
Yeah.
And sometimes you run into that, and then you've got to just keep pivoting and, you know, swinging and try to catch a different ball that you can get some ground with. And that, you know, that's what we've had to do. And I've made a lot of changes and a lot of pivots.
I work 12-hour days at another company, so this is a side hustle type thing too.
Okay.
So I work 12-hour days, like Monday, Tuesday. I have Wednesday, Thursday off, and I'll work Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
So like I get in trouble like hiding in the corner, sending out emails to people and trying to do Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff. And
yeah, I lived that life for about 1.5 years. So
yeah, I guess that's like
I've only
my one big issue. My one big issue is like I know people who can like, well, in 5 years I want to do this, and in 10 years I want to do that. I'm like, I want to do this in the next half hour. Like I don't have that forecast. I can't project that. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's exactly how I am. One of my favorite sayings is, why do tomorrow what you can do today? There should never be a reason to wait till tomorrow. Almost never. I've read 3 books in my entire life. Two of them I don't even care about. They didn't really help me any, but there was one, and I listened to it because I don't read, but it's called The Lean Startup by Eric Ries. And the whole point of it is he will just keep reminding you, you have to take like $100, try an idea, and watch it and work it really hard for about 3 months. But if it's not working, you've got to pivot. You have to do something different.
So I'm always researching that sort of stuff too. And so, like, as a background from where I started, I just started doing my own food plots because I didn't have a machine, so I'd rent one. And then, of course, when you rent one, your buddy sees you doing it, and then he wants his done, and then he tells somebody. And then next thing you know, I'm doing 5 a year.
And one of the big things is you got to reverse engineer it. So what I always had to do was take how much do I want to make, or how much am I willing to make in my first year. And what I did was I got all my bills down, paid everything off except for the house and one car. And I knew that I could live on about $3,000 a month and still be comfortable, you know, as far as take home. So I knew I had to make about $60,000 in order to make it work. So I took the $60,000, I took it into the margins on what we do, and I found out how many sets of wheels I needed to sell in a day, and then a week, and a month. And then I came up with a plan of how I thought I could do that. And then once I got halfway there and I knew my growth chart was saying I was going to get there, if I could just put in more time, I knew it was time to go full time and take that risk. But I also had saved up enough money at $3,000 a month to make it 6 months. So I knew that I could quit my job, wing it for 4 months, and then I had 60 days to go find a job. It was time to give up after 4 months if I hadn't met my new targets. So at the end of the day, it's just math. And then you have to be willing to put in the 18 hours a day to get there. And sometimes, you know, with wife, kids, watching TV, I got rid of cable. I don't watch any TV until I got there. Then I would spend the whole day watching Netflix because I was behind by 2 years.
For sure.
But you have to be willing and ready to hit those numbers, because if you don't, you know, you're screwed. But if you talk about location, when you get online, it's irrelevant. Nobody would have ever guessed that in Appleton, Wisconsin, in a 6,000 square foot, 50-year-old warehouse would be a team of guys putting out the most popular, most watched videos and becoming one of the biggest online wheel and tire distributors in the world in the matter of 2 years. Look at Fuller.
Dang.
I don't know what they call that, but I'm doing it today. Hey, check it out, guy.
It's an off blue though. No, the shirt don't match the shoes. The blue, that's darker than that.
No, it's not.
I'm not trying to do that to you, but
It's all the same.
no.
I'm not taking styling tips from you. I've seen how you dress.
True. We'll showcase that tomorrow.
You're showcasing it right now.
What's wrong with this?
It's the most normal thing you've ever worn.
You're not wrong.
Yellow.
We got him.
We got his ass.
But he's going to do a Ram, he's going to do a GMC, and he's going to do a Chevy. He's just got to go out and find them. And I gave him a couple leads that I told him on 3/4 tons. I said, there's some 3/4 tons out there. He said, yeah, I would do a 3/4 ton too. I didn't get an email back from him, but I got a text from Ryan said the Tundra sold.
Oh, no shit. Awesome. So we're getting the
he
other
said I
Tundra?
had to- Yeah, he said I had to leave, but I'm told the Tundra's sold. So I said I didn't have a chance. You're the first call since I got back to the car. So, all right, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, talk to you later, Tim.
All right, bye.
Good job, man. I don't know if he got his good job. Those don't come often. He should have probably hung on. Got another dealership. 3 to 5 more trucks to build. 10 Jeeps from 10.
10,
Just 10 Wranglers. We'll tell Banker the good news. You gotta shut that door though. Too much, too much, too much. Too much, too much, too much. Banker! Got another dealership. 3 to 5 Chevys, Dodges, and Fords.
You're matching. Just act like it.
Oh,
Get
I
your
get
foot
it.
up there.
loses. I just love winning less than I hate losing. I'm proving the rain through my era. So even if I die for centuries through history, I'm alive.